Hello friends, welcome to radio frequency classes. In this class today I will discuss the design of power divider and its simulation using HFSS tool. In this tool we will see the S parameter variation along with frequency, and we will see that how the power is getting divided between two different ports and how to calculate its impedance. So I have taken a problem from the DM Pozar book. A lossless P-junction power divider has a source impedance of 50 ohm. We have to find the output characteristic impedance so that the output power are in 1:1 ratio divided between the two ports. So I will draw the power divider. It's a T-junction power divider. So it should look like a T-junction. So we can see here, I'll say it as a input port. This is port 1 and this is port 2. We have to define the impedances. Impedance of this port, this line is Z0, for this line is Z1, and for this line is Z2. We can say for port 1 is Z1, port 2 characteristic impedance is Z2, and for input port is Z0. So Z0 is given as 50 ohm. We have to calculate the Z1 and Z2. To calculate this, if we suppose that voltage available here is V0, so in terms of V0 and Z0, we can write the input power at this port. So P in can be written as 1 by 2 V0 square by Z0. Same way we can write power here and power here at port 1 and port 2. So P1 can be written as 1 by 2 V0 square, impedance is Z1. P2 will be written as 1 by 2 V0 square by Z2. So we want that power should be divided half and half between 1 and 2. So ratio is 1:1, which is 1 by 2 and 1 by 2. So I can write this P1 also in terms of P in. Half of P in should be available at P1 and half of P in should be available at P2. So P1 will be half of P in and P2 will be also half of P in. So I can equate this P1 with 1 by 2 P in, and I can equate this with 1 by 2 P in, and then in place of P in we can write 1 by 2 of V0 square by Z0, 1 by 2 V0 square by Z0. So this is equal to P in. We have written this, and then we can solve this equation. We will get Z1 from here after cancelling out V0 square and V0 square, 1 by 4, and this side is 1 by 2. We will get 2 times of Z0, and Z2 will be also 2 times of Z0. So finally the value of the impedance Z1 and Z2 will be equal to 100 ohm and 100 ohm. 2 times of Z1. Z0 is 50 ohm, so we will get Z1 and Z2 as 100 ohm and 100 ohm. So for this, if we will draw the S parameter variation, S parameter graph with respect to the frequency at cutoff frequency of F0, it should give you this way the match property for the port. So here we will be having S11, S12, S13, S22, S33. This way total 9 parameters we can plot it in dB, decibel, with respect to frequency. So for half power means this should be at 3 dB, which gives us half power. So this should be like S21 and S31. Both parameters should be 3 dB, and S11 with the port is matched, it should be approximately 20 dB, equal to 20 dB. So this way we can plot this and we can see the simulation graph. Now I will go to the HFSS file. We'll open the ANSYS HFSS software and then we'll see the simulation part. So here we have to click on file, and then we have to create a new project. So I clicked here new, I got the project 4 name as a project. So already we have saved certain projects. Then we have to go to the project window and open this, click on insert circuit design. So it will ask you which substrate material we are going to use it. So here we can select FR4, which is having 4.4 epsilon r relative permittivity, and then thickness is 0.30 and 0.060 inch. So this is approximately 0.8 mm, this is approximately 1.6 mm. I am taking this because I am going to use this for our calculation. So we can click here on OK. This window will pop up where we will be having the library. So next is we have to go to the option distributed elements, and then we click on this plus symbol. This window will open it up further. Then we have to go to the microstrip. Click on this plus symbol on microstrip. Then we have to go to the last option of the microstrip, which is transmission lines. We'll open it up again, and then we have to double click on this MSTRL and bring it to the window here, and we'll place it like this, one here, and one here. So 3 microstrip line we have to place it because we are going to join the 3 ports. Then we can select the port from this option. As you can see, interface port. So we'll click it and bring it here, port 1, port 2 and port 3. Then we'll press escape. After this, if we want to make everything in a proper window size, we can see properly, and we want to make fit all the components and ports, everything in the window, we can click on fit all option. So this way we can see all the components, maximum screen will be utilized inside the window. Then we will select the option wire. This cross symbol says that we can connect this through wire. Again cross symbol comes, we can make it like this connection. Then again we have to join this and this one as 3 port. So we can do like this. We'll click it here. Again we can join this. Then we have to join the ports. Same way we can click here and we can join the ports. Fine. After this, we have to fix the value of width and length of the microstrip lines. In the ANSYS HFSS new version, we can see the W and P. W is the width of this microstrip line and P is the physical length. So for this, we should know the electrical length, and from there we can calculate the length and width of the microstrip line. So if we know the impedance, that is mainly going to control the width of this microstrip line. So we know the characteristic impedance of this line and this line. As we are dividing it half power, the impedance of these 2 lines is 100 ohm and 100 ohm. And also if you see here we have the 50 ohm termination, here also we have 50 ohm. So in series we have 100 plus 50 and 100 plus 50. Okay, so it will be 150 and 150 in parallel for this line. So to match this, we should have the width corresponding to the 75 ohm line for this. Generally we get confused that if we have taken 100 and 100, the parallel of 100 ohm and 100 ohm will be 50 ohm only, but we will not get the match transmission. We will see this thing. To calculate easily the width and length of these 3 microstrip line, we can go to the EMTalk calculator, and here we have to write the value of epsilon r. We have selected as 4.4, which is for FR4. Height we have selected as 1.6, and resonance frequency we have selected as 2.4 GHz. So impedance if we will give 75, electrical length we are considering as a 90 degree, and you click here synthesis. So when we will click on the synthesis button, we will see the values. Width is 1.43 and length is 17.61. So this we are going to assign to our microstrip line, 1.43 and 17.61. So width should be 1.43 and length should be 17.61. 17.61. By double click we can edit all the options. Now these two lines are having 100 ohm and 100 ohm lines. So we'll calculate again. We'll write here 100 ohm and then we'll click on synthesis. We'll see the result. Okay. Now width is 0.709 and length is 17.97. 0.709 is the width, 0.709, and 17.97 is the width. Same way here, 0.709 is the width and length is 17.97. So now we have assigned all the values to the microstrip lines. Ports are also assigned. After this we have to go to the circuit option here, click on this plus symbol. We will be having the analysis window. So in this analysis option, right click and go to the second option, add NextSim solution setup. Then select the second option, linear network analysis. This kind of pop-up window will come, and here we will have the name, frequency and sweep we have to define. From which frequency to which frequency we would like to give the setup. So we will double click on frequency. So it will ask start frequency. I will give it as 1 GHz. Stop frequency at 4 GHz. For getting a smoother graph, we should give minimum 100 points here. So 1 GHz, 4 GHz and 100 GHz. As our resonance frequency is 2.4, so that's why we have given range 1 and 4. In between 2.4 will lie, and then add. Click OK, again click OK. So now analysis is defined. Here we have a symbol. We can see linear frequency. So this is the analysis setup which is defined. After this we have to go to the simulation option. You can see here desktop, view, schematic, simulation, result and automation. We have to click on simulation and we have to go to analyze button. We'll click on the analyze button. Now simulation is going on. Once it is completed, we will click on result, right click, go to create standard report, second option on result, and then go to rectangular plot. So here you can see you have given a linear frequency sweep, and here we have the S parameter, and here we have the 9 parameters. 3 port is there, so total 9 elements. We are interested in S11, S21 and S31. Port 1 is matched, power from port 1 to 2 and power from port 1 to 3. So we will click press control button and then select these 3 options. After selecting this, you see that it is on dB, then click on new report. Fine. So we can see here a nice graph at 2.4 GHz exactly. We are having approximately minus 22 dB. So it is saying that S11 is matched, red color, as we can see. This S11 is red, and then S21 and S31. Approximately it is 3 to 3.5 dB. So we can see that half power is getting divided between. So by clicking here also you can see this is 2.1 and this is 3.1. So for both the ports we have the half power divided and port 1 is matched. So this way we can do the simulation for power divider. Even we can go to the circuit, and for practice you can see that by checking whether we want to divide between 2:1 power ratio, then impedance of this will be 150 and this impedance will be 75 ohm. Okay, only thing we have to consider when we are finding out the width of this line or impedance of this microstrip line, we should consider impedance of this plus 50 ohm, impedance of this plus 50 ohm, then parallel of these two you have to take. That will define the width of this microstrip line. Otherwise your ports will not be matched and result might vary, as expected result will not come. Thank you for watching the video. In next video I will explain about the stepped impedance low pass filter design. Thank you.